Okay, time being 6:35, I call the Halifax Planning Board into session. Members present are, if you could say your name.
Amy Troop, Planning Board member. Ashley DeSessa, Planning Board member.
And Gordon Andrews. On the agenda, I have appointments for pasture lane update at 6:30, 6:45, Adam Mitchell, special permit, 894 Plymouth Street, discussion of comprehensive permit, Country Club Estates, 40B project, ZBA petition 915, Amanda Estates, and 167-22 and any other case law that may come up. 241 Franklin Street Solar Project site plans. And then we have minutes and mail. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda as read?
Motion to accept the agenda as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
There was our first discussion on pasture lane.
Yes.
Did we get any further notification from, was it Attorney Mayo handling that?
I don't see any correspondence back from him.
Do we know that he was notified to be asked what our next steps were? Or it could be held up due to all of this craziness, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Appeal, if we have the grounds for appeal. So I guess that would just be, that'd be fine by me. I don't know if Ashley is the same thing.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds good.
Okay, let's,
Over again?
Yeah.
So we're motioning to send this information to Larry Mayo, and if we have grounds for appeal, we will go with our 2-to-1 vote tonight. And so I guess probably we should do something about getting in contact with Larry Mayo and asking him what our next steps are.
Okay.
So I guess maybe we can have an email drawn up to ask him what our next steps should be, since we didn't have any correspondence from the current owner or the past owner. Do we need to make a motion to do that, or should we just put it as something to be done?
That can be a part of the discussion.
We gotta figure out something for them, because that street needs to be done.
That's right. Okay. Okay, and then I have a letter here to the chairman of the planning board. Dear Chairman Andrews, thank you for your letter of March 10th, 2020 concerning the violation of the Massachusetts Open Meeting Massachusetts open meeting law by members Amy Troop and Mr. Gordon Andrews. In the letter is stated that the board members have addressed an issue they believe has come up with a solution of less email communication to prevent this from happening in the future. My concern is that the email communications are not specific problem. This problem is the content of the communications. Members can communicate via email to set up the logistics of a public meeting, including the date, time, and location, and matters that will be placed on the agenda. However, the emails cannot reach the point of deliberating about those matters. The lack of understanding has shown that the members of the planning board has told me that the members refuse to open and read emails on the members' town email address because of the concerns of open and reading the emails could constitute violation of the open meeting law. This behavior extends to the emails from the town officials who are not the planning board members. By refusing to open and read any emails, the member has decided to decline to receive information about any subject via email, including receiving copies of meeting agendas and any materials that might be relevant to the meetings. Given this lack of understanding while members discuss attending an open meeting law workshop, there was no actual commitment to do so, nor does the letter itself show the understanding of when and how the emails can be legitimately sent. I strongly recommend the planning board make a commitment to attend an open meeting law workshop, probably via electronic means given the current crisis. By the date certain and that the members indicate an understanding even before attending the workshop of this fact of open meeting law. Sincerely, Charlie Seelig.
Okay, so that was a letter attached with our letter to the state?
No, that's a response back from Charlie to the board.
Oh, okay. I would like to ask Charlie Seelig to update his address on the complaint to that of his address and not of the town hall.
What she's asking, she's asking for my postal address?
Could you state that again? It just...
I would request that Charlie Seelig update his complaint and any other thing with his address and not that of the town halls. I don't believe that's where he resides.
No. She can make the request, the planning board can make that request, send a letter to me making that request. I'm going to decline it, but they could make that request.
I can't hear whatever.
So
Well, Charlie is here, and he said that you could make that request from the board, but he can definitely decline that because the request is coming through as a administrator, not as a private citizen. So his email address at the town hall is the way to contact him.
Well, it wasn't his email address. He put his address as the town hall's address, and that's incorrect.
Mr. Chairman, if the planning board wishes to send me a note asking me to change my address on my letter to you, the planning board, you're welcome to do so. I will tell you right now that I will not change the address that I'm using when sending said letter. But by all means, if you'd like to make the request, go right ahead.
Could you hear that?
Some of it.
To summarize it, he said again, that you can make that request, but if you want to do that as a board, make the request, but he is in his full rights to refuse to submit that.
When we make complaints or anything, we have to use our regular address. Even though we're a member of the planning board, we don't use the town hall's address.
Well, when I send something from the planning board, I use the town hall address as the chairman of the planning planning board. And as a member, you could send something from the planning board with the address of the town hall. Was there any more discussion on the letter?
So it's his recommendation. Is there a response? Do they want a response to the letter? Is that what we're hearing?
Well, what he was saying was that there was discussion about going to open meeting law workshop, but there was no formal time frame set or commitment to that.
Well, I think that
Go ahead, Ashley.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, Ashley.
I think what we should do then is, like the letter stated, and clearly this is a weird situation, is maybe before the next meeting, one of us can look into an online class, kind of like the Code of Ethics one we had to do, that we can watch on our computers and electronically send something to Charlie or whoever needs it, Barbara, to show that we did it. But otherwise, I mean, nobody's going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So I think that we could do our due diligence and see if that's even an option, and if it is, then we can go from there.
Okay.
Well, I also would like to add that I don't think that before we had these email addresses, which was a short amount of time, we didn't get anything by email, and that, or we would get it when we got to the meeting, and that prevents any issues. And Amy Creswell even stated that she thought that it would be a safer way to do it.
Okay.
And also, I just want to remind Charlie again, I know I've said it a couple of times, but I still have yet to be given one of these emails.
Ashley.
She needs a town email. She doesn't have a town email. I'll talk to Caesar about that. I will talk with Caesar about that.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, do we want to make a motion to, before the next meeting, see if there's an option to do some sort of workshop like that remotely?
Let's-
And if there isn't, that once all this craziness happens, we'll work on scheduling one for the board? Is that like a fair thing to say, considering what's going on in the world?
Maybe probably not before the next meeting, just in case. I don't know if any state people are putting on any classes. I went to one in October at the Hanover Town Hall.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, there is a webinar on Thursday, April 9th from 12:30 to 2. It's on the AG's website. You can register for it through the AG's website.
So a webinar on April 9th,
12:30 to 2.
12:30 to 2. You have to pre-register
I believe so, yes.
on the AG's website.
Yes.
Okay. So we make a motion that everybody try to get involved with.
Yeah, as long as I don't have anything that would interfere with it as far as like work schedules or, now that the kids are home, if they're not back at school, I can't make any promises to be able to exactly do that. It will depend upon work and such, but I will definitely try to be on another one soon thereafter, but
All right.
it'll depend on whether or not this kid's back at school or if, any of that's going on.
I will sign up for it. Okay. All right, we don't have another appointment till 6:45. Mr. DeBona, did you want to speak?
So, Michael DeBona, 229 Franklin Street, with the site plan for 241 Franklin Street solar project.
Okay.
We just had some concerns about what was actually on the final approved site plan, just because there were so many other variations of things going on the property.
Okay.
We actually went to conservation last week, and they showed us what we assumed was there. So there was a stormwater management basin in the front piece of property that they had removed on one of the drawings, but that is on the approved site plan that we saw from conservation. So we could just,
You want to see those?
yeah, you could just take that out and take a peek and make sure it's the same drawing.
Are we discussing the site plan that approved and the new site plan? Is that, or like the site plan that was in the, what are we discussing here? The one that was approved with,
This is the site plan
okay.
for the Franklin Street solar.
Solar farm. I went into the building department folder last week sometime, or the week before, I forget exactly the date off the top of my head, sorry. But I did go pull it, and my concern is that the site plan that is in the building department folders have to be updated, number one, and I would like to make sure that there is some sort of a note on the deed that states that that lot is not to be subdivided or built upon unless it would go with the estate. They can't just, I want that lot line to be designated, that even if it's a dash, because it used to be that lot line, I want it to be notified that it cannot be subdivided and that it is not an approved house lot, because in 2009, the planning board did okay it to be a lot, but now with all this further action, that needs to be revoked, and I would think that there should be something in the folder and something in the registry of deeds market.
Okay. So our real concern was that they had an approved site plan during this whole process of multifamily, single-family, 40B. They went to the solar, they got this approved site plan. And somewhere halfway through, before they started construction, they proposed another project on the Form A lot out front that was contingent upon being combined with a larger lot for this project. So they had an approved site plan for this project. They went before other boards stating that the lots were not to be combined. They claimed that they never owned the properties together, which we actually went to the Plymouth Registry of Deeds and proved that they did own the lots together. And basically what we're making sure is that what they presented in the front lot here showing this, which is right there, showing that basin is there. So the confusion was, how does the town allow someone to present this, get a full site plan approved, and then they can go and, before other boards, make false statements to try to get another property approved, another site plan approved, and because it's Form A, I guess they bypass you guys, right? They can go right to zoning and make those claims.
Well, a Form A would come back to us.
The Form A comes back to you guys, right?
Well, that's my whole reasoning for what I had stated about putting some sort of a deed restriction on the property so that they cannot subdivide it.
Which would work, yes.
So in other words, they got this approved,
Shown like this.
Shown it like this.
one contiguous parcel of land for all the two pieces combined. Then they went to zoning and tried to get a special permit
Just on that.
just on that park lot and claimed that the land was never in the same name.
think this piece,
Yes.
Yes.
I missed whatever that statement was, I did not hear it all.
I think it was 3 acres.
Who's speaking?
It's Robert Kubota.
Oh, okay, you were just speaking again, okay, sorry. It got muffled.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you guys approved it, this was all one, this was access, but it was all one piece of property. And then after it never went to construction, you know, they never started.
Right.
And then they came back and tried to go before zoning to get a house lot approved out here, and they recorded an easement across that lot.
it shows the line here, but because of the split,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
it doesn't look like it's...
So-
it's
so
a-
when they went to zoning
No,
to try and get the house, this disappeared.
yeah.
Right.
Because they couldn't put that on the lot and the house as well. And so I asked them, what happened to the detention basin? We engineered it out. Well, where's the documentation for that?
They didn't help it, they changed the site plan.
I think they basically erased it.
So I guess the big question is, is there any protection for the town when someone presents a project like this, that they intend on building, and they present another project, basically in the same parcel?
Without withdrawing,
Withdrawing, just showing that one parcel, I mean, you know, what protection does the town have, except for the abutters coming in and saying, oh, that's not right, you know, this is what the intent is. I don't know if there's anything the town can do to enforce that, or, I mean, is there anything in our bylaws that says you can only have one project proposed on a parcel, or?
Well, this is what was approved, so I mean, it's...
that's what I always hung my hat on.
Right, yeah.
The fact that if you want to go out back through the whole process all over again, you're welcome to do that, I would say. And try and improve the house.
But they did, basically they approved site plan, and they tried to keep a piece right back.
But it appears as though that's all
cleaned up now.
cleaned up now.
Right. So on this approved drawing, this shows that stormwater management in place.
Yes. So that has to be
Because this line here is this, so it's clearly... And this was their turnaround here too, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
at one point, but
No, they are actually building that now.
Yeah, so that if someone's called in, they don't have to go all the way in.
Who else is attending tonight?
Pardon?
that's it, right now.
How many people are in the room? Is it Charlie? Who's there?
Unfortunately, we don't have a live feed on the camera.
People are in the room.
Sure,
Actually, you're on the phone, right? So, on the phone.
can everybody identify themselves as
Is there
present?
anybody else in the room?
Hang on.
Can everybody identify themselves as present, please?
Michael and Robert Kubota, 229 Franklin Street are here.
Bert Gainer, 17 Pemmican Way.
And Charlie Sealy.
And Gordon Andrews. And we have Ashley and Amy on the phone.
So I guess I suppose it's 10 years a year.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're in the progress right now of...
Yes.
Yes.
I think she started here, so.
Okay.
Son actually is,
No.
Just that.
If you have any other concerns, we call.
Okay.
We go out and verify it.
they were supposed to put these screening out, I don't know what part of the project that would become, you know.
The combined plan should be in the building office, and I think there should be notes on it from us that state something about it not being subdividable.
And they're also building another temple.
Is that something that the the board can propose? I mean, or is that something that can actually happen?
I don't know, I think I'd have to
I would
ask.
think that we'd be able to write something in a letter that would state something. I know that the Board of Health puts deed restrictions on houses, so I don't know how we wouldn't be able to. Gordon, have you had, I mean, I'm on here barely a year, so I don't know if that has ever happened in our past. Gordon, can you enlighten us on that?
To put a deed restriction on there, we could put a restriction on, we could have put a restriction on the site plan. But that's kind of over.
When they put in front of us a combined lot, we should be able to write something to make sure, and it should go to the building file. Because the combined lots, and that combined lot plan that we were looking at our last meeting is not in the building file.
That's not?
No. I went and looked.
I'm looking at that plan right now.
They have a temporary bridge in there now that's failed. And building an additional one. They just dropped off the materials today.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right now, it's all considered one lot. So in order to divide it, they'd have to, come back to the planning board.
Well, I would think that we'd at least want to make sure that that site plan gets in the building department file with a letter that states that what they said their intentions were.
That absolutely can happen. That absolutely can happen.
And in 2009, there was a decision made by the board that I saw in the file that allowed it to be a lot. So I think that there would be a ton of confusion, and it could easily get by people if there isn't something in that letter. And I would think that it would need to stay in the planning board file as well, and the zoning.
Okay, you want to make that as a motion?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to make that as a motion?
I would love to make it as a motion. Should I start?
Sure.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to make sure that the site plan of the combined lot for Franklin Street solar project be given to the zoning, the planning, Board of Health, and the building department for their updated record with a note from the planning board stating that the 2009 or cannot subdivide their access or have an easement for it.
For 241 Franklin Street?
That is correct. Sorry, I didn't have it right, that address right in front of me.
That's why I was looking it up. And that's on the plan that's book 52275, page 101.
Combined lot.
Okay, I have that as a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Hey, one more question, more direct to Charlie. Charlie, when they have an application for a project that's this size and it's changed so many times, is there a way to get on an email list?
No.
There's not.
If you're in a butter, then there, if you come, Gordon, tell me, I know obviously for special permits, the butters get notified. I don't believe for site plans they get notified, right?
Yeah, we don't have a hearing for the site plans. I mean, we can have a hearing, but it's not a requirement, so. But generally, if you sign in, if you say you're in a butter and you want to be notified, then the board generally gets that information out to you.
I mean, this project, this is unique, it's been on for 10 years, so I mean, they've put all the boards multiple times. So.
Let's have a document trail. Send the planning board a letter saying that if the subject comes up here at a meeting, you'd like to be notified. Now, mind you, there's no legal standards in the sense of if someone messes up and forgets to send you a note, but I'm sure the staff and the planning board will try their best.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Have a nice night. Be careful.
She said, have a nice night, be careful.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, the other thing we had on the agenda was Adam Mitchell for a special permit for 892 Plymouth Street, that there's nobody here.
Okay. So should we continue it to the next agenda?
Continue we'll put it on for, get in touch with them and see if they want to put it on for the next meeting. And the comprehensive permit for the 40B project has been postponed
Yes.
To-
6th, I think.
to May 6.
Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to meet by then.
Hopefully.
All right.
God willing.
there anything else?
I don't believe that we have a quorum to talk about the items that I put on, so I would like to continue that to the next meeting.
Okay,
And that would be the items on 16722 and petition 915.
okay. Well, anything could be added to the next agenda anyhow, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
Anything else?
So there is no discussion on Andrew Estates and
We have 3 members present. I'm one of them. So it's,
All the rights, because he has to recuse himself.
I see. Okay, thank you.
okay. Then would there be a motion to adjourn?
We don't have any mail or anything? Was that the other thing on the agenda?
We-
You may have minutes also.
If they don't have them in front of them, though. We have a notice from East Bridgewater, from the Board of Appeals. They have another one for public hearing for East Bridgewater Board of Appeals. We have Old Colony Metropolitan Planning minutes. We have Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals. For a party trust. It's a decision. You are hereby given written notice that the request for modification for special permit issued to the party trust on January 20th, recorded Plymouth Registry of Deeds, Book 45333, page 3, on April 17th of 2015, to refer and adopt a new site plan for development prepared by Webby Engineering entitled Amanda Estates, a multifamily development in Halifax, dated July 10th, 2019, revised September 18th, 2019, revised November 6th, 2019, was received by the Halifax Halifax Zoning Board on December 11th, 2019. The Halifax Planning Board approved party trust request for modification of site plan approval approved on September 18, 2014, to adopt the November 6, 2019 Webby plans on December 2nd of 2019. The party trust requested the Zoning Board of Appeals modify a 2015 special permit by deleting the reference to the prior plan set and adopting a November 6, 2019 Webby plans in accordance with the zoning bylaws of Town of Halifax under sections 167-7D2A multifamily development under density regulations for specific use. A public hearing was held by the Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals on January 13, 2020, continued to February 10, 2020, rescheduled to February 20th, 2020. On February 20th, 2020, a motion was made and seconded to accept the petition for number 915. The board voted as follows: Robert Gaynor, yes; Keziah Nazarella, yes; Dan Borzowski,
And
Basari, yes; Robert Durgan, no; Gerald Joy, yes. With a result of 4 votes in favor, 1 opposed, the motion passed. The petition 915 was approved. Did you guys already get the motion, the whole thing?
Say that again?
Did you already get the decision letter?
We got that last meeting. No, I did not get that last meeting. We did not have it yet. Nope, I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we got that.
But I feel like I heard the vote. Did we cite the votes at the last meeting or something?
I don't know.
We have the minutes for the last meeting we have, right?
Well, anyway, I'm just waiting. If I don't.
I don't think we had a copy of it then.
I don't think so either. I just think that I might have read through 3 times or something.
With the result being 4 votes in favor, 1 opposed, the motion passed, the petition 915 was approved. The reasons for each board member's vote on the petition for 915 are as follows. Robert Gainer, Chairman, regarding my vote on the modification of special permit 915 was submitted by the applicant Amanda Estates. I voted to approve the petition. My decision was based on the December 2nd, 2019 vote of the planning board approval of the modification of plan. The zoning board of appeals reviewed review and interpretation of the Halifax bylaws, the input provided by the residents who attended the ZBA meeting, and the opinions presented by the judge presiding over the appeals court, land court, regarding this petition, Keziah Nazarella. Vice Chair, my decision was based on the presentation, what was presented at the meeting for modification, and that's why I voted on it. Dan, was it? Dan Basari. On November 25th, 2019, the planning board sent members to the zoning board of appeals and other applicant departments to and other applicable departments the revised site plan for Amanda Estates. The revised site plan reconfigured the number of and location of buildings along with new density lines. After studying the modifications, I attended the December 2nd planning board meeting. At the meeting, I did not see any representative of other town departments in attendance and was not made aware of any... Hey. Hi, Carlos.
Sorry for the delay. I thought, I just assumed that town offices closing would be the norm and all the board activities would also be shut up. So, my apologies.
No problem. Welcome aboard. So I'm reading the decision letter for Party Trust, but you guys are going to have to excuse me for a minute.
Should we at least note that Carlos got on 7/19 or something like that by phone? Just for the record, because I know our line was there.
Yeah.
So, Amy, now that Carlos is back, can we go back to your thing instead of putting it on to next week? Because now, figure that out.
Yeah, we can.
I know that Gordon can't talk on behalf of that, so do you want to just talk to me and Carlos about it?
Sure, so I did some research to find out that you actually can appeal another board's decision, and I wanted to bring it back up because the information that we were given that we could not appeal the board's decision was not accurate, so I wanted to chat with everybody and see what their thoughts and feelings were about it.
What do you mean it wasn't accurate?
I mean that
We could do anything, right?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that we weren't able to do anything about the decision that was made because of the fact that there was a Marshfield versus Pembroke decision that stated that they couldn't do that, but that's actually false because you can have a planning board.
It would only take a minute.
Appeal a zoning and vice versa.
So Gordon's back.
Hello?
Hi, Gordon.
Hi.
Gordon, we decided to bring up 16722 and petition 915 because Carlos came onto the line.
Okay. Charlie, can I take the notes?
I don't know.
Okay, then if you guys want to discuss that, then I'll just take notes. Somebody want to, does somebody want to chair that? Carlos, do you want to chair that?
I can, somewhat remotely. It's a little hard to kind of get a vibe for exactly how it's proceeding here at this point, but at this point, I guess I would open the discussion to Amy to the agenda item she'd like to talk.
And so I just wanted to bring up that the advice that we received that you can't appeal another board in the town is false, and I wanted to bring it up. There is a lot of case law, but the case that we were told about is that Pembroke couldn't sue Marshfield or vice versa. I think is exactly how it went. But we can because we do have an interest in our rights. So therefore, because 16722 was not followed, I wanted to bring it up again to see if any other board members wanted to do anything about it.
I'm just confused, I guess, on what we're allowed to do about it, because when we met last time, I had asked Amy if there was something we could do about it, and she had, what are the options now?
Well, the options are that we can appeal the zoning board's decision on February 20th, 2020 regarding petition 915 because they didn't follow 16722, which means I stated to them they needed to follow.
I believe she had stated that her position of what her interpretation of the regulations were, and the zoning board made their own determination based on her advice, not necessarily directly opposing her counsel, just taking a different point of view.
That is basically what she did say. However, they didn't have the right to do that under the bylaws due to the fact that they did not have a unanimous
they were within their rights based on what they did because they acted under the section of the zoning code that was applicable to the decision they made. They didn't actually make a formal opinion on the other section of the zoning code because they felt it wasn't applicable to what they were doing. So they didn't actually formally take any action under the section that you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I would call that ignoring the law, but
My point of view, I guess, while I'm just on the phone here, would be that I wouldn't be interested in, as a board, appealing a position taken by another board where they have the ability to interpret the code a certain way. I think if there's other aggrieved parties that are interested in adjudicating or appealing the decision, I think that's within their right to do so. I don't know that the town should be spending a lot of money doing itself over decisions that we're making.
Open to discussion. I mean, I guess what it comes down to is and again, like I said last week, I'm looking at my notes from last week going over this because I'm still new to these meetings. But I think the bottom line is, were they wrong to begin with because we never had the unanimous vote? Because if that is the case, then it wouldn't have mattered if they got to the point of what they interpreted, right? Am I misinterpreting this wrong?
I don't think so, but I think that...
You see what I'm saying, Tyler? If it should have never got to them to begin with, for them to be able to have the interpretation, because we didn't have the unanimous vote, then we're letting it go because they skipped our part and then made their own interpretation?
No, I think that's a little inaccurate. The unanimous decision, and again, I don't have the specific zoning language in front of me. My understanding is the unanimous decision that we would have had to make would have been that we felt it was a substantially different application in front of them, and that would have also required them to determine that the application was a new application. So I guess there's 2 points there. So correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody feels otherwise, but Attorney Quessel's point of view was that if this were a new application that was previously denied, which she felt it was previously denied, and it should be a new application, if they were hearing it as a new application, then they would have to make a determination of whether or not it's substantially different or not, and I guess that determination actually falls back on us. So we would have to make the determination if it were substantially different or not, and if it were essentially the same application, I think we would have had to vote it unanimously up to allow the same application to be heard again within, I think, the 2-year time frame. So there's a couple steps that would have had to have taken in between, and what ended up happening was they never got to the point of having to decide whether or not it was a redundant application because they viewed it not as a new application, but as just a modification to a previous approval. So they didn't ever have to get to the point of, that decision tree. So if it would have gotten to that point, we would have had to have gotten involved. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know why the attorney would have brought it up to the zoning board if she didn't think that they needed to have it applicable for their meeting. Because she was the one who brought it up.
Yeah, and again, that was her legal opinion on that. If that section of the code would have applied, she would have viewed it as a a new application, and the last one having been denied. So that was her point of view on that particular topic. And the zoning board chose to view it as a modification to a previous application. So they never got to that point of the other decision. So I guess that's a different thing. So I don't know exactly what you would be appealing the application under if you were to even appeal the application, under what provision?
16722. That they never should have had it back, and that's what Amy Kessel had brought to their attention, and the whole reason she was at those meetings.
And I'm not an attorney, so I don't know what kind of scope you have to appeal a application if the zoning board didn't take a formal position on that particular aspect of the code. I think that might be one of those things that you have to wait until something else happens and then acknowledge or appeal a latter decision. Again, if it gets to a building permit that gets issued, then maybe the appeal has to happen at that point where the building inspector is issuing a building permit for something that doesn't have a valid approval. So, again,
kind of putting the cart like after the horse, you know. I mean, you have to wait for something to happen to then call people. I think that's the whole reason any of this is happening anyway.
oh no, I agree. I think the process getting that far down the road is not necessarily the best thing to do, but my understanding is that the appeal that's currently occurring and making its way through the courts is had to wait for that building permit phase because there wasn't a specific grounds to appeal the approvals on because they were based on certain aspects of the code that were part of the approval. And if this one didn't make it into part of the approval, I don't know that you could appeal on something that's just kind of tangentially related to the case. And I guess further,
Well, I'm not asking because of this case. I'm asking because this is taking away our powers as a planning board and the laws of the town that protect the town. That's always my standpoint.
That permit was issued,
I'm sorry?
That permit was issued, right?
What?
I'm saying the permit was issued, correct?
I don't have that information.
Oh, I thought maybe I'm misunderstanding what they had said last time. I thought the special permit was issued after we talked last time, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think they did vote to approve the permit that was in front of them. That's my understanding.
Right.
In which I'm saying they didn't have the right to because they even stated that it wasn't a substantial change to us in November and December in meeting minutes.
But I guess their point is that they didn't view it as a new application, so whether it was a substantial change or not was irrelevant in their minds because it's the same application, just a modification of the previous one.
But it had been denied by
If they have a big enough modification, if they have a big enough change, it's supposed to come back to us though, right?
And it did, and we approved it as well. So we did take action on it. What was that?
So the whole point is that it needed to be unanimous because it was a repetitive.
No, I think the part that needed to be unanimous was our authorization to allow them to hear a repetitive petition if they considered it a new application on the same project. And what they were saying is that they purely got turned down on a previous modification of a previously approved project. So all they're doing is changing the modification so that it's essentially, okay, here's a different modification of the same previously approved project.
But that wasn't the opinion of town council, which means that they're not following the bylaws.
So Amy, you just want to appeal the fact that they didn't follow the bylaws and they took rights away from the planning board?
That's correct.
That's what I'm you just have to tell us what you want to do here, I guess. You put this on the agenda and you don't talk about it.
My thought process is appealing the decision based on the Halifax bylaw, 16722, and they didn't follow it even with the advice of town council.
And then what happens? You know?
I would be really 100% sure it would be on uncharted territory for me, but I think that it's with, as a member of the planning board, my opinion is that we need to watch the town, and the town has these bylaws for reasons, and that therefore we need to uphold them, and if there's people not following the bylaws, we as people need to make sure that they are being followed. We're elected to do something. We're elected to make sure. So I would move to appeal the decision made on February 20th, 2020, based on not following 16722, which was even defined for them by town council in a January zoning board meeting, and then it got deferred into one or two more meetings in February.
Okay, so there's a motion on the table. Is there any questions or any other discussion, or I guess is there anybody that would like to second the motion?
I mean, if it comes down to just we're appealing the fact that according to this law, where the planning board, the zoning board, you see what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, Carlos.
It's ignored 16722 is what I'm stating.
I guess I would say that before we take in sort of a formal vote on it, I would want to better understand whether or not the planning board has rights as an aggrieved party to appeal the decision by another board. I know as citizens, there are always rights to private citizens that are aggrieved by a decision to be able to appeal projects. I don't know, Amy, it sounds like maybe you've done a little bit of research on what the rights that various boards have to appeal decisions. If they're aggrieved, not being a lawyer, I don't know how that applies or if a particular instance in that are applied, but I would not necessarily just support appealing another board's decision, because I think it sets a precedent for the boards just constantly, if they don't like a decision by another one, to appeal each other's decisions, and I don't necessarily want to turn that into a pattern. I appreciate that you don't agree with the decision that the zoning board made or their interpretation of the bylaw and its applicability to that particular decision. But I think at a minimum, I'd like to understand from either the attorney or otherwise, I don't know that she needs to come in person, but if she could provide some basis, even for future reference, on what our rights are to appeal other board decisions, whether or not it directly impacts us, I think that would be good to know for future reference. Regardless, I wouldn't be prepared to say yes to the motion on the table just now, but if you want to formally document it, we certainly can.
I agree with what you're saying, that we need to keep all the boards kosher, per se, in the right frame of words, but I don't necessarily agree with the fact that I think at any time, any board, if they feel like their rights are taken away, or that a bylaw has been violated, or they feel mistreated by another board, that they should be able to say, hey, this isn't right, because according to this bylaw, this isn't right. Otherwise, I mean, where do the checks and balances stop, and how many times do we let something fly by another board, or whatever decision made, because people are just more concerned about, keeping it real and keeping everybody happy rather than what's really going on, That's my concern. I mean, if this is just coming down to the fact that, our bylaw says that our rights were, violated, then maybe I do agree with the appeal at this point, because I feel like maybe we should go forward and make sure this isn't happening all the time, or that, people, certain boards don't think that they can decide what's a minor change, what's not a minor change. I mean, I know our bylaws are kind of vague, and I know we are working on a lot of that to try to fix that for the future. But, I mean, who gets to say that in the end, that that was the right or wrong decision?
Yeah, I guess people always have the right to appeal, whether or not...
I know there was another case in the town at some point that there was a planning board for situation, the same situation.
Yeah, it's probably quite possible to do so. And I guess in answer to your question about the checks and balances, and if we feel they're not agreeing to the bylaws, from my point of view, the checks and balances are the voting process of electing the officials to represent the various boards, and also our ability as individual citizens to speak at the various board hearings as well, right? So we could always attend the zoning board hearings as private citizens, even if not as members of the planning board, and speak to what we believe the interpretations or our point of views as individuals are. That being said, there is a motion on the table. If you'd like to second it, certainly it's up to you. So there's a motion on the table. Is there a second?
I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt to second it at this point, and then be able to bring it to Amy, and that was the next step, right? To bring it to Amy and figure out what we do at that point to make sure that our, bylaws and planning.
Bring it somewhere for sure. I don't know if it's Amy or another town council that hasn't been. I have no idea.
In that case, is Amy allowed to represent zoning and planning? Because she would represent zoning, right?
She represents the town as a whole, I think, in some degree on some of the interpretations of the bylaws. I don't know if she represents a particular board at any given time.
I'm not really quite positive on that. Yeah. So,
That's not
whether it's like, yeah.
And I guess just for clarification, the motion on the table is actually to appeal the zoning board's decision more so than just to evaluate what our rights are and discuss whether or not it's something that we want to continue looking at.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the motion that you want to keep on the table still, or if you want to modify that.
No, the motion on the table to me is to appeal the decision.
Okay. So is that something that you had seconded or would like to second?
Yeah, I'll second Amy, because I do feel like that there was something that's there, just hearing what I've heard about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All those, I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? That would be me. Aye. So I think the motion fails at a 2-1. I believe we have to have 3 positive votes to approve it to go forward. But I would defer to the formal process there. I don't know if that's something that Gordon could provide input on, or if anybody else can confirm whether or not we do need 3 votes or just a majority of the present members.
I think Charlie was there. Or he was there, I don't know if he's still around, but he was in the beginning.
I think it's a majority.
Oh, are you not in the room right now either?
Oversight that was true.
I'm on remote.
I believe, I believe it's a majority vote.
Okay.
Charlie, Charlie still there?
Yeah, he's here.
Well, I'll give you a couple examples. Obviously, if you were dealing with something that was a
Wait,
statutory...
Gordon, will you tell him to come closer to the phone just so he doesn't have to repeat himself?
If you were dealing with something that was a statutory, then it would be clear. But for instance, we know that when the planning board approved the site plan, it was a 2-to-1 vote. As long as there was a quorum of those voting, then it was fine. I would say in this case, yes, that given that we've had other 2-to-1 votes, that this vote, as long as it has, there's a quorum at the meeting, there's a quorum voting, then even a 2-to-1 would be sufficient. Everybody hear that?
So what I took away was that a 2-to-1 vote in this circumstance would pass, in your opinion?
Yes.
So I guess I would only refer to the attorney just to confirm if there is actually any sort of formal standing to the planning board, because, you know, obviously the motion, if it carries based on votes taken right there, we should follow it through. But only if it is, you know, if we have the standing to do so. If after review or consultation with the attorney, it's determined that it's not anything that would ever be like past the sniff test, as it were, use kind of loose terminology, then I would ask that we reconsider and not spend the town's money if it's, you know, a formality that's going to get squashed because it was done improperly.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's a good way to say that. Do we need to motion what you just said?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to motion it or you to motion?
I guess you might as well make the motion.
So we're motioning to go forward with the 2-to-1 vote to appeal the zoning board as long as after speaking to town council we have grounds to do so, and if we do not have the proper what's the word there, the proper guidelines to do so, then it would be squashed before spending town money, and if we do, then we have the 2-to-1 vote to go forward with the appeal.
And I would like to add in, we'll use former town council or talk Larry Mayo as to keep it separate from the zoning board attorney that was advising them.
I mean, I think at this point it makes sense just to talk to somebody other than Amy, just because Amy didn't even think this was an option, and obviously it is an option. But I mean, it's, as long as we just have the right direction of council, I think, right?
Yeah, I think some council, whether it's Amy or Larry, whoever it is, right.
Well, you need to give me some direction here. You know, if
So
you...
with our town council, is it Larry Mayo typically, and why is Attorney Quetzal representing these particular issues?
Because we have specialty counsel. So for instance, Michael Gilman handles our labor and personnel matters. We have someone even for cable television contracts. In the case of land use issues, we've always had a separate forum other than town council or regular town council to deal with land use issues, whether it's Concom or ZBA or planning, or even Board of Health sometimes, depending if it's a land use issue, as opposed to, let's say, a food permit or something like that. So if you want to refer this to Larry Mayo, tell me that's where you want it sent to. If you want to refer it to Amy Quetzal, tell me that's where you want it sent to, please.
I would like to have a different attorney.
And I guess I would just question why we're looking for a different attorney if Attorney Quetzal was supporting the basis under which you'd like to make the appeal.
Because I want the fairness of it. She didn't think that we didn't have the right to appeal, and when we do look around, we do see appeals between town boards, and so therefore I would like a second opinion, and I think that would only make it even fairer.
I guess, Charlie, does Larry have enough of a background in zoning matters and zoning law to be able to provide the input we're looking for here?
Well, he doesn't specialize in it, but I'm fairly certain he's familiar with, the ins and outs because he
Yes.
has other clients dealing with, I'm sure with land use matters, so.
They represent other towns in land use.
Who, Larry?
Yes.
So,
I didn't hear what.
I said that Larry Mayo's firm does handle other towns with land use, so.
So that's fine. Whether or not it's Larry or one of his colleagues at the firm, I would be okay with speaking to them for the second opinion and ultimately what who the party is that would represent the town if it were to move forward to an appeal. I think that's just something that we can figure out down the road after we get Larry's second opinion on the validity of the file of the appeal and whether or not it's something that we have a board like it was motioned to appeal if we have the grounds for appeal. So I guess that would just be that'd be fine by me. I don't know if Ashley is the same thing.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds good.
Okay, so let's
Over again?
Yeah.
So we're motioning to send this information to Larry Mayo, and if we have grounds for appeal, we will go with our 2-to-1 vote tonight and start the appeal process, and if he advises us otherwise, then we'll have to halt what's going on. That's what the motion is.
Do we have a second?
All right, I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Was that 3 or 2? The votes.
The affirmative.
Say it again, 3?
All 3 affirmative.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, is there anything else on this matter, or do we want to return to the rest of the agenda?
I'm good with this. I think that's all we can say tonight.
Okay, so with that, this matter is accused, and Gordon shall return back to chair of the planning board.
Thanks.
This is 7:42.
It's called Soul.
So 7:42, be back in. I think we kind of cleared everything else we had on the agenda. We didn't have anybody in on pasture lane. Adam Mitchell, nobody showed up for. We had discussed the comprehensive permit, which will be coming up on May 2nd. That's been postponed. May 6th, I'm sorry.
Gordon, just to go back to the other, I believe Adam Mitchell was the one who was there, the last one, asking about the water retention, right? On the property?
No, that would have been Bob DeBona on Franklin Street.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that was,
Okay, never mind.
yeah, I was just getting to that one. So the ZBA petition 915 you did. 241 Franklin Street was the DeBonas that came in and looked at the plan and would like to be notified if there's any other action on that property.
Didn't we also make it so that the building zoning board of health would receive a copy of the updated consolidated plan and have notes on it that stated they can't subdivide it?
Correct.
And just to go to his concern of last week, I went in last week and saw Rob in building and we pulled the big plans out and there is a water retention area that is in the approved plans in building, which is what he was asking about. But what Rob had said is he doesn't get to pick the order of the ways that the project is done. All he needs to make sure is that when the project is done, that that water retention is there, and he did point it out and show that it's there. So it could be the very last thing to be put in, it could be the next thing to put in. He doesn't really pick that. He just gives the permit to make sure that when he goes out, everything is there, which makes sense. So just to let you guys know that, I did talk to him about that. In case he was to come back and ask about the water
Yeah, he did come in and he said that they were actually starting to work on that right now.
Okay, I couldn't hear who was there in the beginning of this meeting.
Okay. Yeah, it was Bob DeBoner and his son, Mike. I think so.
Just curious, do you like how we made sure that the right site plan was in the file, Carlos?
Yeah, that's always good there.
The site plan that was in there was still the consolidated plan. It's
So,
just how you put it.
So it was two different lots, so you were able to actually find the plans that were part of that original solar development?
Yes, the site plan.
And what was actually approved and submitted to the building department? Was it what was approved by the planning department, or was it a different plan?
Well, now that it's consolidated, it was different. However, my caution came from the fact that there was a 2009 planning board decision that allowed them to build on that lot, and without us identifying that the consolidation doesn't allow for it anymore, I just thought that should be documentation in the file regarding it. Because otherwise it can look pretty confusing down the line if somebody else were there and, they didn't know the history of the fact that, the consolidation plan made a change, that 2009 lot division wouldn't be okay anymore. Do you see what I mean? Did I?
Yeah, kind of, I guess, except that would just be kind of moving backwards in time, right? Because they would have to split the lots apart again. They would have to come back in front of us to formally go through that process.
Correct.
All right, well, I guess I'm just double checking.
Yep,
Yeah, no, I think it's fine to stick something in the file if we wanted to, just kind of a quick note of, hey, we were provided a copy of this plan for the record, they consolidated the lots, and, should they want to do anything else in the future, they would need to come back. I guess my question was more about the stormwater basin, because I think that was the neighbor's concern, was that they had value engineered out the stormwater basin and potentially the plans that were submitted for building permit. He wasn't sure whether or not those plans that were submitted had the same engineering design as what was originally approved by the planning board. So I thought that's what we were cross-checking.
the plans that came up show the detention basin, the retention basin, where Bob DeBoner said it was going to be, and he said they've actually started work on that now, on that lot.
Okay, so the building plans didn't match what was approved by planning?
I believe that what they got was the site plan, which showed it. What happens is when you pull up the plan, the lot line shows a dotted line. It starts on the side, but because of the way the plan is cut off, the lot line doesn't go all the way across. You have to go to the next plan, but when you look at it at the next plan, it doesn't make any sense that the line is there. So you have to overlay the two plans to see it. So it looks like it's not there, but it is there. On the retention basin is on that lot.
Yep. Yep, no, that's fine.
Okay.
So when was the 40B, the comprehensive permit application meeting rescheduled for? Or has it been rescheduled?
That's the May 6th.
Cinco de Mayo.
And our next scheduled meeting is April 2nd.
Hopefully we'll be able to meet in person.
Are we still going to be able to do this? If not, or are you going to let us know, Gordon?
We could still do the meeting the same way, that's what they've extended.
We'll try and do something a bit more robust than we're doing right now. We're looking packages and ways of holding meetings, either completely virtually or as we're doing a mix, or if we are all here but we don't want to have too many people in the room, that therefore people can attend virtually who aren't members of the board. If we're having a hearing, that requirement goes into play also in that for those cases, the attendees have to be able to participate. There are a variety of options. I'm looking what other towns are doing right now. So my hope is we'll be able to do something better for you all than we're doing right now coming next meeting.
Well, this is still good in all honesty. I mean, the fact that I'm on the same page. I didn't think that we'd be able to do any of this because, it's pretty serious out here.
Are you looking into like
So I'm glad.
Zoom
Thank
or
you, Charlie,
something?
for this, is what my point is.
Yeah. All right, does anybody else have anything else to bring?
No? No? Motion to adjourn?
I hear a motion, is there a second?
I will second.
All right, I have a motion to adjourn with a second, all in favor? Aye. All right,
Guys, be safe. Thanks.
7:50. Okay, good night.